won't say I'm not interested, but it's not a competition, the World Club Cup, that I
Hmm.
am too bothered about year
Yeah,
after year.
yeah. Now, Marc Guehi,
Yeah.
um, is he still staying with Palace, or is he
Well,
moving to Liverpool? What's happening there?
well, it's all this time of the season or close season, of course, there's all sorts of rumours flying about, and also Eberechi Eze. I mean, there's talk. I read yesterday that, or the day before, that he may go to Tottenham. Now,
All
again,
right.
sometimes it's paper talk, and I thought, well, why Tottenham? You know, hopefully he's got Europe with Palace.
Yeah.
Tottenham had a very bad season for whatever reason. They did win that Europa um, League,
Hmm.
and they're going into, of course, they'll be in the Champions League. But again, what could be his rationale? Well, somebody said to me, well, maybe they're doubling his money. You know, maybe I don't know what he gets now. He's probably on
Yeah.
120, 130,000 a week. So, you know, his profile now is much higher. He's a good international player. So he's probably worth 250, 300,000 a week. And if Tottenham, as a London side, a lot of players, you know, in or near London want to kind of stay there in one of the teams, then it might fit his wish perfectly. But yeah, I agree with you if that's what you were suggesting. That why does he or Mark Guehi? Again, there's only rumours at this stage about Guehi. It sounds like Liverpool. I think there's one or two others are interested, but
Yeah.
it probably can only be the new increased contract of earnings that will probably tempt people away who might otherwise stay. They know they've got a great team spirit there, a great morale in the club. I
Yeah.
think the fans, I mean, are considered to be, you know, amongst the best in the Premier League, which I think we Palace fans are. And it will be such a shame to sort of break up that team if two or three of our players go. I see we bought, his name escapes me now, but we bought another goalkeeper, didn't we, as a number two to Henderson. And having said that, I've completely forgotten what his name is and where he's coming from. But he sounds like a very good keeper, no doubt about
All
it.
right. Yeah.
But it will come back to me in a minute, I expect. But yeah, I don't know the answers to your question about Mark Gay
Yeah.
or Eze or anybody else. And it just is a
Yeah.
shame if we lose two of our very best players like that.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it'll become clearer soon, nearer the time where,
Yeah,
yeah. Now, we're talking about the fixtures of the year, of the next season for the Premier League, having come
yeah.
out. Now, I know I've seen it, but I can't quite remember top of my head what was playing what and who's playing. But the people seem to be saying that Manchester United has got a lot of the fixtures. It looks like going by the current form last season, it looks like they're going to lose consecutively 5 times over. So I'm going to have to go back to that picture and just have a look again.
Yeah, most teams seem to complain about. I mean, I think right when they were announced last week, the week
All right.
before,
Yeah.
last week, wasn't it? Yeah. I think Arsenal, both at ownership level and fans level, were complaining about this unfair fixture list. Well, you know, the bottom line is all the teams have got to play each other twice, home, once away.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any games this season on Boxing Day, which I kind of think is a shame, but it's going to be the day after that. And I think that's certainly true for Crystal Palace. And I guess it's true for all the teams. I don't think any teams are playing on Boxing Day, which may be playing on Boxing Day, which may be a nod to the players because by all accounts they often train on Christmas Day morning
Yeah.
and then have a game on Boxing Day. So maybe
Yeah.
they're saying, look, the players, it's only right they get some sort of time off at Christmas because it's
Yeah.
a period when there's lots of games building up in December, pre-Christmas, and then over into the new year. So there's a lot of matches. So maybe it's only right that, they get a day off within all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's but obviously I can't speak for other teams about whether it's unfair or not, but I don't know what that can possibly mean.
Yeah.
You either have your first game at home or away, and the same as the last game, the local game at Christmas time. It's the same. They know what the teams are. So quite why Arsenal think that it may be, for example, with the three teams that have come up. I mean, it's all quite long distances from London,
Yeah.
and of course there's still Newcastle and so on up there, long journeys. So maybe if they put those fixtures at times like the day after Boxing Day, and I don't know whether they have, maybe that's what they might be complaining about. But
All right.
otherwise, the teams have got to play each other twice. End of.
Yeah. 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 However you look at it. Now, David Coote,
Yeah.
the referee.
The ref.
Now, Now, I don't know. This is a bit controversial for me. I don't know about. Well, I read the article and I thought, well, what's the point? Because all right, so he's going to be he's still going to be prosecuted by the FA. All right, so he's lost his job. That's enough punishment. He's been disgraced. That is another punishment on top of that. Right, so he can't work anywhere in the football industry, I don't think, not at professional level anyway. And now he's up to be prosecuted. But what's that about?
Well, I suppose it's bringing the game, into disrepute, isn't it?
All
It's
right.
his comments about Klopp and Liverpool. I mean, it was clearly a drunk. There were drunken comments,
Yeah.
and also probably mixed. I think one of the reasons he may be prosecuted, or as far as the league is concerned, by the Premier League, is that there was also suggestions of drug taking as well.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's been admitted. It's just alleged at this stage, as is it drunkenness. But I mean, I don't know whether you saw the video. I watched it, and it did seem like somebody who,
Knew him.
wasn't quite in his normal frame of mind.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see why that has to be punished
Yeah.
as bringing the game into disrepute. But then you could say, well, he's been punished enough. He's lost his job, and quite well paid. Premier League referees are on 100,000 a year, up to 120,000 for the senior ones, I believe, which is not a bad shout, is it, for the job that they do, a job they probably really like. But he lost all that. He sort of sadly threw it all away. I did think, going back a few weeks, I'm sure I read that he might have been getting some work. I don't think it was VAR because, again, they wouldn't probably employ him in that capacity. But I thought I read he was there were some softeners coming in that they say, look, we'll let you do this, whatever. But this seems to have kind of put a stop to anything like that because, if they're now prosecuting him for bringing the game into disrepute, there's only one way that's going to end in terms of a big fine, I expect. They can't sack him twice unless they put a condition of he can't be employed by the FA or the Premier League, for the next 5 years or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'd like to say something inside me feels a bit sorry for him. And it probably does, because I think he let himself down. Everybody, I bet all the refs have thoughts about some of the managers who have a go at them, and they probably feel the same as, Coop said about some of the other managers, because it's a high tension business. People do spit things out emotionally at a ref, perhaps at half time or full time. And all that needs to be perhaps taken into account. But it's sad to see somebody throw away what a lot of people, if they're referees particularly, would love to have that
Okay.
profile. That they become almost celebrities in themselves, these
Yeah.
refs, and to
Yeah.
kind of chuck all that away in a moment of madness. I mean, that one wonders what he was trying to achieve. I don't know whether he requested the interview with the person or whether the person saw him in a vulnerable state and interviewed him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
did they release that into the public domain?
Yeah.
Not saying they
Yeah.
shouldn't have done, but it's a bit of a strange one, all of that, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's starting to look like he was set up. He was set
Yeah,
up.
it does.
Important. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I share your sympathy with with all that he's gone through already. I just think I think just give him a break. Let him be. And if there's any way that he can be
yeah.
pardoned, because I don't see him as I don't see the malicious side in him. I just see him as somebody that's made a mistake, and that's it. That's what I saw there anyway. But yeah, so this is all we've got time for. You've been watching and listening to the football referee. Join us again next week. So I've been Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cos.
And I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me bruv.
All right,
See
so
you
it's a
next
goodbye.
week.
Yeah, good. See you next week. It's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.